മഴ പെയ്തു മാനം തെളിഞ്ഞ നേരം തൊടിയിലെ തൈമാവിൻ ചോട്ടിൽ ഒരു കൊച്ചു കാറ്റേറ്റു വീണ തേന്മാമ്പഴം ഒരുമിച്ചു പങ്കിട്ട കാലം, ഒരുമിച്ചു പങ്കിട്ട ബാല്യകാലം. Hello my dear students, welcome to our English class. I hope all of you are doing fine, staying safe and happy at your homes. Now, you might be wondering, why did the teacher sing an old Malayalam song in English class? Don't get confused, my dears. In our previous class, I have asked you to collect some poems or film songs related to rain, right? So one of you have sent this song on rain to me. It is a song from the film Oru Abhibhashakante Case Diary. The song is sung by Yeshudas and music is by Ravindran Mash. It's a very melodious, beautiful song. It is not just a song about rain, but it also talks about childhood, the beauty of childhood too. I hope all of you have done your homework as well. I heard that some of you have even recorded the songs and sent the audio messages to your school WhatsApp group. So I'm very happy in learning that. Keep up the good work. So we are moving to today's class. Now, can you tell me which was the poem that we were discussing in the last two classes? Anyone? Yes, very good. We were discussing the poem Song of the Rain. Now, who wrote the poem? Yes, the poem, it is written by Khalil Gibran. We were discussing the poem Song of the Rain written by Khalil Gibran. There, the rain, she tells her story herself. The rain is telling her story in the form of a song, and that is why the poem is titled Song of the Rain. If you remember, in our previous class, we learned that rain is saying that she is dotted silver threads dropped from heavens. That is rain. It is a gift that is given to human beings or given to earth from gods. And then the nature will take the rain to adorn her fields and valleys. While it rains, everything on earth, it gets more beautiful. That is what is being said in the poem. Now, rain, she says that she is like beautiful pearls plucked from where we learned about two mythological goddesses. Are you able to remember their names? Who were they? Just like we mentioned, in Indian mythology, we have goddess Lakshmi and goddess Saraswati. Who were the mythological goddesses? Can you guess? Very good. They are the goddess of Ishtar and the daughter of dawn, Aurora. Rain, it is like beautiful pearls plucked from the crown of the goddess of Ishtar, the Babylonian goddess of love and fertility. And who is the person who is plucking the pearls? None other than our Aurora. Now, who is Aurora? Goddess of dawn, right? From Roman mythology. She is the one who is plucking the rain from the crown of goddess Ishtar to beautify the gardens. In short, we were talking about the beauty of the rain. Rain, it is like a gift that is given to us from gods. While it rains, everything in this earth, it gets more beautiful. That is what we were discussing in our previous class, right? So let's move on to the next two stanzas of the poem Song of the Rain.
Song of the Rain by Khalil Gibran. When I cry, the hills laugh. When I humble myself, the flowers rejoice. When I bow, all things are elated. The field and the cloud are lovers, and between them I am a messenger of mercy. I quench the thirst of one, I cure the ailment of the other. So you have listened to the poem Song of the Rain. Now let's try to know more about the poem. When I cry, the hills laugh. Now we have discussed in our earlier classes that in this poem, Rain herself is telling her story. So the I referred is Rain herself. Rain, or rather poet, is saying that when rain cries. Now why do rain cry? The rain which falls heavily on the hills. The sound, the echo it makes, it feels like cry to a person. That is why it is said that rain is crying. Then what will the hills do? The hills laugh. Why do they laugh? Because only when it rains that the hills, they will feel alive. They can only survive with the help of rain. So they are naturally happy. That is why the hills, they laugh. When I humble myself, the flowers rejoice. Why do the flowers rejoice? Because rain humbles herself. Rain is not falling heavily, it is just moderately raining. When it rains too heavily, it may cause problems to the flower, right? Poor flower. She is not able to tolerate the force of heavy rain. She may fall down. So when it rains moderately, flowers, they are very happy. Rejoice means happy. When I bow, all things are elated. Of course, when rainbow comes, we are also elated. Elated means feeling of extreme joy, as you can see from the face of that little child who is dancing in the rain. When a rainbow comes, announcing the presence of rain, we are all very happy. The field and the cloud are lovers. Who are the lovers? The field and the cloud. Now, you can see from this picture, the cloud and the field, they are separated, right? There is a huge gap or distance between these two lovers. Now, how are they able to communicate? How can they reduce the distance between them? Let's find out. Between them, I am a messenger of mercy. Rain acts as a messenger of mercy between the lovers who are distanced. The cloud and the field, they are able to communicate with the help of rain. Now field, only when it rains that the fields will feel alive. Otherwise, the fields will get dried up. So the fields, just like a lover awaiting the presence of the another lover, field eagerly awaits the presence of cloud, or rather the messenger who brings letters from the cloud, rain. The fields communicate with her lover, cloud, with the help of postman, rain. Just like a postman delivers us letters from our loved ones, here the letter or the communication happens through rain between cloud and fields. That is why rain is called the messenger of mercy. I quench the thirst of one. Now quench, it means stop or putting an end to. I quench the thirst of one. One means one of the lovers. Can you guess who could the lover be? Very good. The rain, it quenches the thirst of fields. Why is it said so? Because only when it rains that the fields will feel alive. Very good. I cure the ailment of the other. Ailment means disease. The rain cures the ailment of whom? Very good, clouds, because poet says that the rain, it is full of water vapor and it is very pressured. Only when it rains that the cloud feels relaxed. So that is why rain says she cures. She acts like a doctor or a nurse who put an end to the suffering, put an end to the disease of whom? Cloud. I think you can see the dark clouds, they look very diseased, right? They look very, very strange, as if they are suffering from some kind of skin disease. Have you ever felt so? And when it rains, the sky, after it rains, the sky it becomes very clear, very neat, right? So that is the same thing that the poet is trying to tell us. Now, let's try to answer some questions together. Okay, I will ask you the question and you can just pause the video and answer. When it rains, the hills laugh. Why? Can you guess? Very good, because only when it rains, the hills, they are able to rejoice. Because when it rains, the hills, they come alive. They can survive with the help of rain. That is why they laugh. Why do the flowers rejoice? Because the rain, it acts as a good thing for the flowers, for their survival. Without rain, the flowers will get dried up, right? So that is why the flowers, they are happy and they are rejoicing. Now, who are the lovers mentioned in this poem? Can you say? Very good. Cloud and field, they are the lovers. Why is rain called the messenger of mercy? Just like our postman who delivers messages from their loved ones to us, here the rain acts as the messenger of mercy between cloud and fields. To the next question. I quench the thirst of one. I cure the ailment of the other. Can you please explain? The rain, it quenches or stops the thirst of fields. The fields are all dried up without rain. So when it rains, the fields, their thirst will end. I cure the ailment of the other. The clouds, with all the pressure built up inside them, they are very they are suffering from some kind of a disease. When it rains, they feel very relaxed. Rain acts as a doctor or a nurse to put an end to the suffering of poor cloud. I am happy that all of you are able to answer the questions correctly. Now let's do a small activity. Are you ready? Just listen to this poem. It is a small poem by Olivia Cooker. If winter were a person, she would be a girl with frosty hair. Winter would wear snow pants, snow boots, gloves, a hat and scarf. Do you like this poem? Now, what is special about this poem? Can you guess? It is talking about winter, right? The winter season. The poet, she says that if winter were a person, how does she look? She will look like a girl with long frosty hair, and she will wear snow pants, boots, gloves, hat, and scarf. Now, what do you think? In reality, will Winter be wearing clothes, pants, boots, and scarf? Or is it just the imagination of the poet? What do you think? Very good. It is the imagination of the poet, right? The poet in her imagination, she feels that Winter is a girl who is wearing pants, boots, gloves, and scarf, right? Can anyone tell me what do we call this kind of imaginations in English? In poetry, we call it by a particular name. You have studied it earlier. Are you able to remember it? Yes, very good. It is called personification. Now, what is personification? Personification is when you give human qualities and human characteristics to an object, animal, or idea. Just like winter, the season winter, it is given the qualities of a person, a girl with long hair wearing pants, boots, hats, etc. So they are all examples of personification. Let's look into another example. It's a poem by Patrick Lewis. Now, in this poem, can you find out examples of personification? I will read the poem for you, okay? The poem it is called From Mr. Sun. Mr. Sun wakes up at dawn, puts his golden slippers on, climbs the summer sky at noon, trading places with the moon. Are you able to identify the examples of personification? Very good, Mr. Sun. A person who wakes up at dawn, putting golden slippers, climbing the summer sky. Very good, you are correct. Let's look into another example. The leaves danced their way through the lawn. Now, what do you think? Do the leaves they really dance? No, they don't, right? We feel that, or we pretend, or we imagine that the leaves they are dancing when there is wind. That is what the poet says here. The leaves danced their way through the lawn. It is also an example of personification. So I hope the idea of personification is clear to you. If you have any doubts, you can contact your teacher. Okay, she will be able to clear your doubts more.
Please take your textbook and take page number 76. We are going to enjoy the poem together. Song of the Rain by Khalil Gibran. When I cry, the hills laugh. When I humble myself, the flowers rejoice. When I bow, all things are elated. The field and the cloud are lovers, and between them I am a messenger of mercy. I quench the thirst of one. I cure the ailment of the other. Now, we are going to do a small activity. Are you ready for that? Now, you have learned about personification. Now, what is personification? Attributing human qualities and feelings to inanimate objects, right? So, what you have to do is just pause the video and find out from your textbook the personifications that you can see in this poem, Song of the Rain. Okay, just pause the video and find out the personification, examples of personification, and tell me. Are you able to do that? Were you able to find appropriate examples for personification? Yes, you have. So let's see. Which could be the examples of personification? I cry. Yes, very good. The rain, she cries. Very good example. Then hills, they laugh. Very good. Another example. Then flowers, they rejoice. Another human quality. Crying, laughing, rejoicing. Right. So these three are examples of personification. Very good. You have got the concept very clear. Now any more examples? Yes, the fields and the clouds, they are lovers. Again, example of personification. And quench the thirst, cure the ailment of field and clouds. Very good. So we have got all the examples of personification, right, from the two stanzas of the poem. Now you have a small homework for the next class. Okay. What you have to do is, you have to find out examples of personification. You can take examples from famous movies, comic books, stories, any other poems, anything. When you come for the next class, just find out some examples of personification. Okay, will you do that? Perfect, you will do that. I am happy to hear that. So with that, we are winding up today's class. See you in the next class. Until then, stay at your home, stay safe and healthy. We will see you in the next class. Bye.